I'm Dr. Ryan DeBell from The Movement Fix. This is Movement Fix Monday. What I want to talk to you guys about is how to free up your hip rotation from your low back. Let me show you what I mean. In the hip, a lot of times when people try to rotate at their hip joint, instead of just rotating around this axis, what they end up doing is rounding their low back or extending their low back, and that's no good for any sport where you're trying to maximize the hip motion, say deadlift, squatting, without cranking on your low back. So let me show you 3 different levels of a drill where you can start to free up your hip range of motion without cranking on your low back. Position number 1 is I have a box situated next to me, and I'm gonna put my leg up on the box, and I'm gonna take my hand, I'm gonna put it in my low back right here, and what I wanna feel for is making sure that my low back doesn't press into my hand or arch away from my hand as I rotate my hip. So I'm gonna get my leg up here, I'm gonna put my hand on that part of my low back, and I'm just gonna work on rotating my hip out and in as far as I can without the low back moving. So what this is doing is it's helping me to differentiate the feeling of hip motion, especially in this case, rotation from low back movement. And being able to differentiate motion from one joint to another is a skill that is very important for athletic development and for injury prevention. So if this is super easy, then we'll progress to a little bit harder of a move. And you always want to work on the step within the series of 3 that you can do well, but that you can do without your back rounding. So position number 2, the second most challenging position I'm going to show you, what you do is you get down in sort of this position like this, where my hands are on the ground, my leg right here is bent, and the foot is kind of in this way, it's not out this way. And I'm going to push myself back to about right here, and I'm going to make sure that my low back doesn't move, and I'm going to work on rotating this foot out as far as possible, and then in, and then out as far as possible and in all the way. And what you would see in someone who they can't break this motion up is they take the foot out like this and their low back starts to round, their spine moves. And there's no reason for your spine to move when you're trying to rotate, adjust your hip. Now, if that's super easy for you, you can do it loaded. And the way you do it loaded is getting into the bottom of a lateral lunge and then working on the rotation of the hip. So what I do is I'll go super wide. I'll lunge over to this side, like as if I'm squatting on this leg. I'll get as deep as I can here, and then I will rotate this foot or this hip in and out as far as I can, making sure my back doesn't get cranked on while I do this. And then of course, you can do the other side, working on rotating in, rotating out. So the person who has a hard time with this, they'd get down here, they'd rotate and they'd like fold like this, which sometimes there may be a reason to get down really deep and round like this and have your leg rotate. But for what we're trying to do here, I want this back to not move. Okay, so that's 3 different levels. Up here is the easiest, down on the ground, the hands on the ground is the medium level, and then down in the bottom of the lateral lunge is the hardest. Now, once you can free this up, it gives you so many more options at the bottom of the squat, and you have the ability to differentiate your hip from your low back, which is a great skill to have. So that's what I got for you guys for this week on Movement Fix Monday. Make sure to follow the Facebook page at facebook.com/The Movement Fix. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at The Movement Fix and subscribe on YouTube. I'll see you guys next week.